Hi.
Hi, Sandres. How are
And
you?
my first question is why would somebody need to integrate scent into art?
Um, I think scent can add a direct way to create an experience with the audience or the people participating. It's a very direct medium that really gets to people's feelings and it's kind of involves people in the artwork. Um, it's also really interesting. So it's also very subjective. Like people can have such different reactions to a scent or memories or feelings. And it's also really fun when you have the same when you get it what the artist is trying to say, when everybody's on kind of getting the same thing from a scent is also really fun. And it's also fun when people get different ideas. So it's just very interesting. Um, and scent is already there um, in life and in art. Like I've always been um, fascinated in as a kid and in art school about the smell of materials like paint and clay and like darkroom chemicals. And I feel like it just kind of connects you with the material that you're creating with. Um, so that's some of the
And maybe
thoughts I
you
have.
can tell about scent role in your art.
Sense the sense role in my art. Um, well, um, in my last few projects, um, I've been doing work about landscapes that are landscapes over time, and a couple of them that have been affected by climate change, and really interesting things happen in the landscape. So I've been actually photographing the landscape over the years, and then I also make a scent work with ingredients from the landscape and also other ingredients to kind of put it together. Um, so in this case, it I feel like it makes people very much uh, have a direct connection with the landscape, like they're literally breathing it in and having a connection of what it's like to be there, which I think is really interesting and kind of important if you want people to care about something. I've also made portraits in scent recently, so that's another way to work with scent and um, yeah, that's a couple of ways I've been working with it. I've also made perfumes that connect people with landscapes or flora or animals. Like I have a perfume about an owl that smells like feathers. And for me, I find that connecting people with like a magical moment in nature through scent is really interesting.
And did you observe right from your how people react to your artworks and what kind of things enhance scents from from their perception?
Oh, what enhances the scent?
Yes, because you said you have
Oh,
many artworks, right? Which
yeah,
actually connect some pictures, photos with
yeah.
and so you're more doing some documentaries and then you are exhibiting them. And have you
Mhm.
noticed somehow how people react to that, to this combination, and what and how this particularly scent in this combination between image and scent, right? How they enhance this perception of integrity of the artwork.
Yeah, so I feel like scent connects very viscerally with people. Like it's a very somatic and kind of body based. You can't, there's no like um pause between smelling something and feeling it. It happens right away. Um, and I think people find it interesting that I've noticed that they have a scent and another medium. Um, I think scent, I've never worked with scent alone really. Like I feel like always have scent and text usually. So like uh the description of the scent or usually a story. There's usually a story about it, and then the scent kind of um transforms through time with a story. And that's helped with text. So I feel like a lot of times um I'm yeah, it's it it adds a lot to use text, um, words and story or image to a sense. It really adds to the experience. Um, and I find a lot of times people really go with it with the story, like if it's a text or they kind of don't question it very much. They're just like, oh yeah, I'm going along with this story, Even if sometimes the ingredients are not what it says in the story. But um and as far as with images, I've with image and sense, so I did this project, the pitch pine pollen about a pine forest that's being destroyed by these by the beetles that are brought by climate change, and um, the forest stopped smelling when all the pine trees were killed. I was going in this pine forest and there was no scent, so that's when I really felt like the heartbreak of this forest dying. And then when spring came, a few branches were still alive and they created pollen. And so I infused the pollen and made a scent based on that. That was like, wow, like there's still scent in it, still life, and people can smell it. And it's such a happy feeling. Like the scent is a joyous, sweet, like happy scent. So that there's feeling that goes with it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, And I think people have more fun when there's more than one medium in a piece of work or an exhibit.
And what would be your suggestion to artists who start thinking only to use scents into their artwork?
Um, I think it's always fun to collaborate with other artists. So I love collaborating with musicians and like visual artists, for example. And I think I, I would think it's fun if you have access to an olfactory artist or someone that works with scent to start by working with them. And you can kind of learn as you go along as well. Um, but other suggestions is to a new artist and to an artist working with scent for the first time would be um, to pay attention to kind of the volume of the scent, like the intensity of it when you display it. I think it takes a little practice to know how much to put in a space, and also people don't really have a way to give consent if they want to smell like a lot, of stuff. And some people have allergies as well, so just kind of pay attention to. I guess I guess it's better to start small with like a little bit of scent and make it more suggestive and yeah, just to have fun with it, really.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.